Welcome back to Down to Business with V. I'm your host, V, and today we're discussing how to go from 0 to 10 million and how to do it safely. We're talking to our business owners and entrepreneurs today, so you want to stay tuned for this. We've been talking with the CEO of GreenPal. He's done this multiple times. Bryan Clayton's in the studio with us via Zoom. Welcome back, Bryan.
V, great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, I'm so excited. We had an awesome discussion on the first half. We ended up talking about getting the right people on the bus, which is hiring smart people, hiring people smarter than yourself. Talk to us about getting the wrong people off the bus.
Yeah, it's critical. You have to hire fast, but fire faster, and it's something a mistake I've made many times in 20 years of trying to do this. And you're not going to be able to get where you're trying to go alone. You've got to build a team of smart people around you. The first 4 or 5 hires are critical. They're kind of like co-founders in a sense, and if you get those wrong, it can kind of change the trajectory of how the next decade looks like. And so you really need to think about it like that. And once you've reached a point of necessary ending with somebody who you've hired, you have got to make the hard decision, and you have got to send them on their way, and you've got to get somebody better in their spot, because if you don't, you're making a weak decision. You're making a weak decision for the business. It's not fair to everybody else who's working in the business. It's not fair to your customers, and it's not fair to that person who probably you messed up and hired in the first place. So a lot of times I've had to come to grips with, this is actually my fault. It's not this person's fault. It's my fault. I didn't pick up on something when I hired them. I'm the one that brought them on, and I made a mistake somewhere. And so now I need to correct it. I need to rip the Band-Aid off. And a lot of times we kind of hope is not a strategy when dealing with bad people in the business. It's kind of like we want to kick the can down the road and hope it goes away, hope it gets better. And the thing is, it never gets better. It gets worse. So once you've reached that point, it's time to cut them loose, and it's time to figure out where you went wrong, fix that, and get the right person on the bus.
Yeah, fix it and get the right person on the bus. I love it. Having been in leadership in corporate America as well as my own businesses, that's always a very tough juncture to come to when you realize it's time for this person to go, and then going beyond that point, it generally ends in an additional amount of pain. Very wise points there.